Hello, my name is Christopher, and welcome back to the Partner Portal training series. In today's episode, we will be going over creating the source image for your live print event. We're going to begin our video on the mosaic configuration page. And for this example, we're going to be using an accordion wall sized at 8 by 4.5 feet using 1.5 inch cells. And for the mock-up, we're going to be using standard on-site photos. Now that we have our main parameters, we're going to open up our source image in Photoshop. So this is the image we're going to be using for our example. It's important to note that your image must match the aspect ratio of the grid size you've selected. So if you're not too sure what aspect ratio is, the easiest way to check to make sure your image is sized properly is using the marquee tool here. We're going to change the style from normal to a fixed ratio. Now here you see we have a 1-to-1 ratio, so that is going to give us a square. Now our image isn't a square, it's 8 feet by 4.5 feet. So we're going to actually just type that in here, 8 feet by 4.5 feet. And we're going to drag that out. So as you can see, our image is just a little bit too tall. So now that we've set the crop area, we're going to move this crop box around. We're going to place it where we think it would look best for our image. So I'm going to put it right there. Image, crop. So that's going to be our source image for our example. So now that we've cropped our image, let's just go ahead and just double check its image size. It's 1920 by 1080. So that's going to be a 16:9 aspect ratio, which will fit our accordion wall size of 8 by 4.5. So now that we know that's good, we're going to change the selection tool. We're just going to hit enter. And now we're going to save this image. It's also important that if your image is in CMYK, it's got to be converted to RGB colors in order for the program to pick it up. So you want to save this as a JPEG. Source image for video. Save. So now that we have our image, it's saved as a JPEG, we're going to upload it to the mosaic configuration. And just do that by clicking main image, source image for video, open, render mosaic mockup. Now, if your image is too small, the program will give you an error message saying that you need to resize your image or choose a larger one. This can be done back in Photoshop and then re-upload it onto the program. So now that we've gone over how to crop and size your image properly, as well as uploading it into the mosaic configuration, that'll wrap up everything in this episode. Once again, thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for any future videos presented by Picture Mosaics.